Hi Louis Vuitton, how did you guys come up with this unique design for your bags? This design was actually created in 1886 and it took years for us to come up with this. Nope, that's a lie. You guys stole this design from Africa. This design was stolen from a head design and garments in West Africa. And this design was stolen from the Kuda tribe, which are from the Kingdom of Congo in 1886. I was absolutely horrified when I found out that this was the case. I don't know about you guys, but I think they should be giving them some of the profits, or at least giving them credit for taking their unique design.
The trade war has officially begun, and China's not playing. China's saying, listen, for a long time, we kept y'all secrets. You know, we already understood that we was making and manufacturing this stuff, shipping it over to Europe, and then these guys were selling it for marking the price up maybe 1,000 times, right? Selling a bag that was worth $1,000 for $40,000, for $50,000. China knew this, but as long as China was getting their cut, they don't care. Soon as Trump came in and said, hey, we're going to put tariffs because America wasn't getting their cut. America wasn't getting the slice of the pie that they felt like that they deserved because they was the top consumers, right? So now they put all these tariffs on China, and now China's blowing the whistle. In a surprising twist, in the ongoing U.S.-China trade war, Chinese factories have found a way to reach American consumers. TikTok, instead of the usual viral dance moves or beauty hacks, these videos are focused on how luxury goods are made specifically, how U.S. shoppers can bypass retail markups and tariffs by purchasing directly from Chinese manufacturers. The result? A growing number of videos claiming to sell high-end goods like Lululemon leggings, Louis Vuitton handbags, and Birkin bags for a fraction of the retail price, right? One of the most popular TikTok videos with nearly 10 million views showcased a woman standing in front of a factory machines, offering yoga pants made in the same facility as Lululemon for just $5 and $6 compared to the $100 market price. The material and the craftsmanship are basically the same because they come from the same production line. She confidently states, tapping on the fabric similarly. Another video shows a man in a factory offering Louis Vuitton style bags for only $50, claiming they come from the same manufacturers and luxury brand products. So they're firing back, man. This thing's getting crazy, right? These videos are part of a larger wave of TikTok trade war, TikTok clips that have flooded the platform since President Trump's tariff increases. With tariffs rising, Chinese manufacturers are eager to use the app as a new marketplace, showcasing everything from leggings to luxury handbags and breaking down how much it costs to produce these items. Some even suggest that the only difference between the branded products and its cheaper counterparts is the label. Man, this thing is getting crazy. But if y'all don't believe me, man, look at what they're saying. Check this out.
Which Chinese factory supplies Louis Vuitton? Let me tell you the secret. Louis Vuitton have many Chinese suppliers, but they don't admit it. 50% of Louis Vuitton bags are made in these two places, Guangzhou City and Dongguan cities. And 90% of Louis Vuitton silk is Wang Shili from Hangzhou. I have a friend who is a manager in the factories of Louis Vuitton, and he told me the similar quality can be made for just $50. That's so crazy, right? Follow Ethan, help you find the best supplies in China.
Secret Chinese vendors behind Louis Vuitton. LV has always denied that it has OEMs in China, but actually, Louis Vuitton has a lot of suppliers in China. Wesley in Hangzhou City supplies 90% of Louis Vuitton silk. Handbags are from Guangzhou City and Dongguan City. You can buy a similar bag of the same quality as Louis Vuitton with only $50, while it may actually cost you $5,000 in brand. If you want to start your bag business, or you're looking for a bag manufacturer with high quality and low cost, you know where to go. Follow Lily for more business tips.
See, for years, black folks have told people to boycott and not shop at Louis Vuitton because they have had many years of discrimination cases against them. All kinds of stuff of blacklisting customers and, not selling to people that look like us. I mean, not just the regular Joe Blow, but I'm talking about even our black billionaires, right? Oprah Winfrey, even when she was over in Italy, she had a problem where they didn't want to sell her bag. They didn't know who she was, and they vehemently discriminated against Oprah Winfrey, right? But they have so many cases, right? So many cases over the years. But you guys still go and support them. But now you're finding out that you're paying for these high-end bags that don't cost nothing, right? Listen, look at what they did to Oprah.
just last weekend, I was in Rome for this event that Quincy Jones was having. And obviously, our show isn't on in Rome. This is so funny. So I'm at the Louis Vuitton store, and I'm with, it's Reggie, who does my makeup, Andre, my best friend Gail, and Gail's daughter. And Gail's daughter was just turning 18. So I said to Kirby, we're going to go shopping, and you can have anything you want. And, which is, she deserved it. She's a really nice girl. She's just gotten into Stanford, and she's a really smart kid. So, and I know she's going to be reasonable with it. So we're at the Louis Vuitton store, and we see this cute little Louis Vuitton bag. And so she says, you know, I'd like to have that bag. And I say, okay. So we say to the sales guy, this is the bag. We'd like to have this bag. And he said, no, madame, this bag cannot be sold. This bag cannot be sold. It's impossible. It's impossible for this bag to be sold. We say, but the bag is right there. It's on the shelf. That's never happened to me, you know? And the bag said, so he says, no. This bag is for the Italian people. It's only for the Italian people. And perhaps you can go to your country and you can find the bag in your country. So then we're like, the bag is only for the Italian people? What kind of bull is that?
So if these people could do this to Oprah Winfrey, imagine what they do to you. Imagine what they do to you over there in London, over people that look like me over there in Italy, right? Over there in France, coming from Africa, in the Caribbean, the Americas, all my brothers and sisters that look like me. Imagine what they would do to you, right? So they did this to Oprah, but people was challenging them, saying, well, if the Chinese are lying about the situation, then we need France to show their factories. Show the factories where this stuff is being made. They said, man, we're not coming out showing nothing because we know that y'all still going to buy it. We know that we create societies that make you so miserable that you shower yourselves with gifts that you can't afford, that you really don't need, that's not worth nothing. But it makes you feel good, right? While they laugh all the way to the bank, right? Something that costs $50, they sell it to you for $10,000. And you walking around on it. Some people are even being unalive for it. Women are selling their bodies for it. There's all kinds of stuff. But let's look at their response to the fans and what they were saying based off of what China was saying, right? Telling them, well, show the factories. Look at what they said.
It seems like Louis Vuitton will not be providing proof of how their products have been made after so many people have spoken out. Luxury fashion fans are freaking out after TikToks revealed how some high-end brands might not be as honest as they seem. Things really heated up online when Chinese manufacturers started posting videos on TikTok, claiming that tons of luxury brands actually use Chinese manufacturers to make their stuff, even though the labels say they're made in places like France or Italy. One of the wildest claims was that over 80% of luxury bags are made in China, even ones that say they're from France. A bunch of TikToks showing nearly identical bags to designer ones started going viral. Some people said these were made in the same factories, just without the label. And suddenly, a ton of people started questioning if they were paying thousands just for a name. Cora Harrington, a fashion historian, posted that most people can't even tell the difference between an actual designer item and a not real one, which makes it easy for not real ones to trick people. She mentioned Hermes bags specifically, saying they're a big example of this. In the midst of all of this, Hermes later released a full statement shutting everything down, saying their bags are only made in France and that any claims saying otherwise were totally false. Newsweek backed them up, saying that Hermes still uses their workshops in France. Meanwhile, Bloomberg said other brands like Nike and Lululemon were also getting called out by these same TikTok creators, who are now offering people the option to buy similar items for way less. And now, a source close to Louis Vuitton has spoken out and revealed that the brand does not plan on providing any proof to the public regarding everything. In their statement, the source said, Louis Vuitton has no plans to provide any insight into their manufacturing process.
So now, since they got exposed, they're saying that now they have a plant in Texas. And Louis Vuitton now is paying $17 an hour for employees to make Louis Vuitton bags in Texas. But they're saying that the quality is not the same. They're saying that the customer service sucks. And China is really exposing them, right? Now, this thing is real funny. Let's just look at what they're saying, right? When it comes to this Texas plant.
Louis Vuitton is now made in Texas.
I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it.
Louis Vuitton is paying $17 an hour to make handbags in Texas. Not Paris, not Milan. Texas, y'all. Why? To dodge Trump's tariffs, of course. A made in USA label on it, and boom, problem solved. But wait, even at 70 miles an hour, they still can't find skilled workers. Like, seriously? I thought making designer bags was supposed to be glamorous. Now here's the kicker. That bag they sell for $2,000? Yeah, the labor and materials probably cost under $100. You're paying 15 times the daily wage of the person who made it. Let that sink in. Are you really paying for quality or just the big old Louis Vuitton name? So next time you're thinking of flexing that designer drip, think about the hands that stitched it together and ask yourself, is the price really worth it? Drop your comment.
So what China is exposing is telling you that, hey, these bags only cost anywhere from $50 to $1,000 to make. And they're selling to you for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Certain rings cost $5 to make, and they're selling it to you for $2,000, right? These watches, the Lululemon tights, and all these different things, they don't cost anything. But they know that the majority of the people you live in is vanity, and you got to have the latest fashion, and you base your status off the fashion that you have. Like I told you, women are willing to sell their bodies. Men are willing to unalive other men for this kind of stuff. You're willing to sell your soul for these products that cost nothing, nothing. You're willing to give up the most valuable and precious things that you have, your body, right? For these material items that's worth nothing. And they know this, and they laughing at you all the way to the bank, all the way to the point where France said, we ain't got to show you nothing. And we ain't going to show you nothing. And then people say, well, there's the tariffs. China is just lying, trying to expose America. No, they're not. No, they're not. China been mass producing and doing this kind of stuff. They just stayed quiet because they were getting paid. Now that Trump come with the tariffs and they're not getting the money, they're just blowing the whistle. And they're blowing up the whole thing, right? Trump wants to bring manufacturing back to America, right? Well, that's going to take a long time. Trump is not going to be in office to see this thing pulled through because it's going to take more than 4 years. So a lot of you women working at Neiman Marcus and all those places, get ready to get laid off. Like a lot of you women that walked around with all this material items on and thought you was fly and thought you was too good for brothers. Brothers, listen, they about to start giving you the play now because they finding out that stuff they got on ain't worth a nickel. It ain't worth nothing. They can't even sell it and get nothing from it. It's not worth anything. So people are coming back to being themselves, man. They're coming back to being human beings and not programmed robots. They're coming back. I hope that this can make us start communicating with each other, not trying to show each other up all the time, thinking that we're better than each other because I got something on that you couldn't afford, right? Or this thing is like I'm being judged as somebody better than another brother because I got this and he don't, or she got this and she don't. All a bunch of garbage. All a bunch of garbage. And we missing out on a true love, right? True relationships that we can actually have because we're showering ourselves with these material items that we don't need. We don't need making other people's rich while they got our minds enslaved. But I'm going to cut this video short here, man. If y'all made it this far in the video, hit that like button, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to Street Media TV, man. Listen, don't be a fool, man. Do not be a fool. Make your own clothes. I make mine. Make your own clothes, man. Make your own clothes. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.